Hi everybody, welcome back to Sunshine Soap and Candle Company. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make a lightweight facial milk type serum. Serums are a great way to deliver those skin-loving actives to your face like rosehip extract and also niacinamide. A serum is usually applied after your facial toner but before your other creams and lotions. So this type of formula with a lightweight milky emulsion is a little bit hard to achieve, so I'm super excited to be sharing this one with you today. All right, let's get started. All right, so this formula is broken up into 4 phases, and we're actually going to start out with phase B. So the first thing we're going to do is weigh out some xanthan gum clear. Now, this is going to be used to give this a very conditioning-like feeling on your skin. Also, it's going to act as a pseudo emulsifier, helping to boost the properties of the emulsifier that we're using here. And it also is going to create a little bit of a gel-like property to this formula. This formula, the full written detailed step-by-step tutorial and recipe with percentages and amounts so you can scale up or down as you like, will be listed over on my Patreon campaign. And the link to my campaign is in the description box of this video. So we're going to go ahead and weigh off our xanthan gum clear. And I am only making a tiny 1-ounce batch today. So I'm using the little scale to weigh everything off. And you can find everything that I've used to make this over in my Amazon store. The link is also in the description box. So the next thing we're going to do is pour some glycerin over the top of this. And we're going to create a little bit of a slurry to help disperse the xanthan gum. If you try to place the xanthan gum directly into the water phase, it will clump up and take a really long time to hydrate. This is a very easy way to get it all dispersed before you put it in any type of water. So we're going to go ahead and weigh off our glycerin. There we go. And then we're just going to take a little stirring rod here and combine the glycerin with the xanthan gum, and we'll go ahead and set this aside to allow it to hydrate. Now into phase A beaker, this is going to be our water phase. We are adding in a little bit of water-soluble niacinamide. Niacinamide is a wonderful additive to use for its skin brightening properties. It's a good concentrated source of vitamin B, so it's bringing your skin some vitamins and helping to brighten any dark spots that you might have and even out the complexion. So we're going to go ahead and add in our niacinamide. All right, to the niacinamide, we're going to add a little bit of distilled water. And we're going to go ahead and give this a stir to combine and dissolve that niacinamide. Now we're going to go ahead and pour our water phase over the glycerin and xanthan gum slurry. Give it a good stir. We're just picking up the slurry off the bottom of the beaker here. And right away, it's starting to create a little bit of viscosity. So what we're going to do is set this aside and allow it to fully hydrate. And then we're going to move on to the next phase. Now it's time to go ahead and combine the phase C ingredients. So the first thing we're going to add to this beaker is some isopropyl myristate, and this ingredient is an alcohol derivative. It helps to reduce the greasy feeling that you can get in certain products that contain oil. You can play around with the ratios here to get your correct amount of oil ratio to isopropyl myristate. You can use less or more if you like. This serum in particular is a very lightweight milk type serum, and after it absorbs into your skin, it's barely there. You don't feel it It just absorbs right in. So if you like something a little heavier feeling, you can use more oil or less isopropyl myristate. You can play around with this phase C ratios if you like. Next, we're going to be adding in some PEG 6 caprylic and capric triglycerides. This is a surfactant, but it's used for its emollient properties. So this is going to help the serum to glide right over your skin, and it helps the spreadability. So a little bit goes a long way. This really helps with the overall skin feel of this serum. If you add more oil as your emollient, again, you're going to change the overall feel of the product to a more oil-based or oily feeling serum. So again, you can play around with these amounts. I have lots of serum and lotion and facial cream tutorials that you can access all over on my Patreon campaign. I have a whole collection of facial serums and oils. This one will be added to that collection. Next up, we're going to be adding in some jojoba oil. So we're using jojoba oil for its lightweight properties. It's also very easily absorbed into the skin, and it's very similar to our own skin sebum. So it helps with skin balancing. And the next thing we're going to add here is the emulsifier. So today I have chosen to go with Cream Maker Blend, and it is a combination of glyceryl, monostearate, and PEG 100 stearate. If you can't get a hold of the Cream Maker Blend, I got this one from Making Cosmetics. You can put together your own glyceryl, monostearate, and PEG 100 stearate in equal amounts. So we're just going to add this in. Now, this is just the tiniest little oil phase here, phase C. So what we're going to do is go ahead and heat this up on a hot plate, and then I'll show you the next step. All right, so I have a hot plate on here, and I've just basically turned it on and then turned it off just to get this nice and warm. I'm trying to look for a cosmetic hot plate instead of this, but this is what I have right now. So we're going to go ahead and go with it. So I'm just checking the temperature with my digital read here, and we're going to go ahead and set this on to melt down those phase C ingredients and warm up the oils. So we're just going to set that there to melt. And you can give it a little bit of a stir as well. So you just want to get this melted through. You want the waxes to be melted and the oils to be warmed through. And you don't want it to get too hot because you don't want to burn that lovely jojoba oil. So just setting this here. And the reason I'm using this today, it'll become more obvious in a minute, instead of a double boiler system, is because I'm going to be doing some of my mixing right here while it's still warm. And that will make more sense to you when I combine phase A and B with phase C. All right, everything is melted through, and we're sitting at right around 150 degrees Fahrenheit. And now it's time to go ahead and combine our phase A and B with our phase C ingredients. And I'm going to do this in here because our phase C ingredients are so small that if you remove them from the heat, at this point they will start to solidify before everything is combined. And since this is room temperature, we kind of want to make sure that this doesn't start to solidify before we have a chance to blend everything up. So I'm using this immersion blender with a little, I guess it's like a frother attachment. And I'm going to pour a little bit in at first. And then I'm going to come in with the frother and just get it initially emulsified. Okay. Just going to take this off here now, and we're going to hand stir. Now this I have found to be the best way because it's super easy to get bubbles incorporated into this formula and get kind of a too much much of a froth or a foam built up in your emulsion, and that can take a long time for all the bubbles to dissipate, and it can also affect emulsions and sometimes be harder for them to stay together if they get too frothy. So I'm going to go ahead and place this back on. I just want to give it a little bit more of a blend. All right, now we can go ahead and remove that from the heat. All right, so we're ready to now go ahead and add in the phase D ingredients. These are considered the cool down ingredients. So our formula is right around, let's see, I think 80 degrees or so. Yeah, 75 degrees. So we're gonna go ahead and add in some rosehip extract. Rosehip extract is widely used for its anti-aging properties, and it can also improve skin texture, helping to reduce the look of scarring due to acne or other things. So this is a good one to have around. This is a water-soluble rosehip extract that I got from Wholesale Supplies Plus. So I'm just going to be adding in the phase D ingredients with my spatula and stirring by hand after each addition. This way we are making sure we're not kicking up any more froth and foam into this tiny batch here. And then the next thing we're adding in is some vitamin E. That's the antioxidant. This should help preserve the shelf life of the oils being used, just extending the shelf life a little bit. It's not our preservative, it's just helping to extend the shelf life of that jojoba oil used. So we're going to go ahead and get this mixed in, and it's a quite viscous. So we're just getting it all mixed in. And then this one is fragrance free. You could reduce the oil a little bit and add in a little tiny bit of essential oil if you like, or a little tiny bit of fragrance oil. I find the fragrance of it as is pleasant. So just be careful with any fragrances you're adding into your facial care products that you don't want them to be too strong. Okay, so then this last thing that we're going to be adding in is some preservative. We're using liquid germall plus, and this is a requirement because we have oils and waters combined here, and bacteria can grow super fast and easily if no preservative is used. So I've poured the formula into the container that's holding the preservative because the preservative is a little viscous, and it's also just such a small amount that I want to make sure we're picking it all up off the bottom of the container before adding it back in. Just kind of pre-dispersing it. You could also do that with the vitamin E. So then we're just going to go ahead and add it back in, giving everything one final stir to combine. Now with these milky emulsions, these lightweight, very, very fluid emulsions, the emulsifier is very important here because if you use the wrong one, your formula could separate, or if you're not using the right amount, your formula could separate. But some emulsifiers in a low rate, which we're using here, we're using it in a low rate, won't be sufficient to hold this water and oil phase together, and you'll notice that it will separate. So that's what I was saying earlier in the video. It's a little bit hard to achieve this type of emulsion, so that I really stress using the correct emulsifier here. And in this case, the Cream Maker blend is a really, really good choice because it can be used at a super low rate and it's still effective at keeping the oils and waters combined. All right, the last thing we're going to do is go ahead and bottle this up, and then I'll give you a little bit of a use demo. So we're just going to go ahead and pour it into this little 1 ounce dropper bottle. So as you can see, it's very fluid and milk-like. This formula was actually a patron suggestion from several weeks back, and just so you know, I do take those suggestions very seriously, and if it's a feasible formula, I take a look into it and I study it because I really want all of you guys to be getting the most out of your subscription if you're a subscriber. So just know you can always message me with suggestions, and if it's a feasible formula, then I will take a look into it for you. So there we go. Just going to cap this off. Super elegant looking, beautiful milky white color. And I'm going to set this one aside and show you one that I've been using over the last couple weeks here. See how it just stays really fluid and homogeneous. No separation. So if you follow the method that I've shown you here, you're going to get a great serum. So I'm going to show you how this works just on my hand and my arm here. So a little bit goes a long way, and I'm going to put a little bit more than I would normally use just so you can kind of see that. But I'm just going to swipe it down my arm. Usually for my face, I only use about 3 to 4 drops. This is quite a bit of product here, but I just want you to see how it really glides across the skin, just like a beautiful serum should do. And then how it dries down so nicely and easily. It absorbs right into the skin. But just that swipe down you see how it just goes down my whole arm, my whole forearm, hand, and to the underside too. And it feels just super hydrating, silky, velvety, and smooth. And it just dries down really nicely. And then your skin is prepped and ready for other creams and lotions that you might want to put on over the top of that. And there you have it, everyone. That is how you make a beautiful milky facial serum. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Please leave me some comments and questions below. That really means a lot to me. Share this video with a friend, and why not subscribe to my channel? All right, everyone, catch you on the next video. Bye. Keep shining.